The detective asked me why I knocked on his door. Why, after I'd escaped, bleeding and half conscious, I went back upstairs and knocked on apartment 3B, my attacker's apartment, like I was asking to borrow sugar. I didn't have an answer then. I'm not sure I have one now. Every Tuesday and Thursday, 6:47 p.m. exactly, I'd stop at the mailboxes in our lobby. I didn't get much mail, mostly bills, sometimes a grocery store flyer. But my upstairs neighbor, the one in 3B, he was always there at exactly 6:47. For 3 weeks straight, we had the same small conversation. Long day, always. You work too hard. Week 3, he added something. A woman alone shouldn't work so late. I laughed it off. Told him I could handle myself. But something in his smile made my stomach turn. I told myself I was being paranoid. Women are always told they're paranoid. This was a mid-rise apartment building, the kind you see in any American city. 9 floors, one elevator that broke.
Down twice a month. The stairwell lights were on timers, 90 seconds, then darkness. You had to move fast or you'd be climbing in the dark.
I worked late shifts at a pharmaceutical warehouse. Inventory management, counting boxes, updating spreadsheets, nothing exciting. My schedule was consistent, predictable. That's what he liked about me. He seemed helpful. The kind of neighbor everyone trusts. He carried groceries for the elderly woman in 2A. Fixed the lobby door twice when management ignored it. His hands were always clean, nails trimmed. He wore the same gray jacket every day, spoke quietly, never raised his voice. On week 4, he wasn't at the mailboxes. I felt relieved. That's when I should have known. Months before he attacked me, a woman from the 5th floor, Sandra, mid-30s, worked at the grocery store, stopped showing up. Her apartment door had a notice from the utility company. I asked the building manager about her. She shrugged. Probably moved in with a boyfriend. I found out later that 3 women from surrounding buildings had moved away over the course of time. No forwarding addresses. No one filed reports because, as police said later, transient women, unstable employment, probably left the city. They weren't transient. They weren't okay. A neighbor in 3A, right next door to him, called building management about strange sounds at 2 a.m. Rhythmic thumping, muffled noises she couldn't describe. Management sent a notice. He apologized in the lobby the next day. I've been building furniture at night, insomnia, you know. Everyone accepted it. That apartment shared a wall with his bathroom, where he kept them. One Thursday, he handed me a small box at the mailboxes. I noticed you like tea, he said. Inside was premium chamomile, the expensive kind I bought from the specialty shop 3 blocks away. I never told him I liked tea. The shop wasn't on my route home. He'd followed me on my day off. I thanked him, smiled, went upstairs and threw the tea in the garbage. Then I double-locked my door for the first time in months. A woman in the neighboring building, Karen, went to police. She said a man followed her into her stairwell, grabbed her arm, asked if she lived alone. She screamed. He left. She gave
Description: late 40s, gray jacket, quiet voice. Police took a statement, filed it under attempted mugging. The detective's note said, victim seemed emotional, possibly exaggerating.
The man she described was him. One day the elevator was broken. I took the stairs to the 4th floor. Halfway up, the stairwell light cut out. Timer. I heard breathing above me. I turned on my phone flashlight. Empty stairs. But I smelled something. Cheap soap and cigarettes. His smell. I ran up the rest of the stairs, fumbled with my keys, opened my apartment door so fast I broke the key in the lock. I slept with a chair against the door that night. That was his rehearsal. He wanted to see if I'd freeze or run. Here's what I didn't know until after. I wasn't random. When police finally searched his apartment, they found a notebook, grid paper, neat handwriting, 27 women's names. My name was there. Next to it, pharmaceutical access, ketamine, He thought because I worked inventory at a medical warehouse, I could get him drugs, sedatives. He'd chosen me for logistics. But when he realized I didn't have access, I just counted boxes, never handled for controlled substances. I stopped being useful. That's when I became a victim instead of a mark. The other women in the notebook: a nurse, a pharmacy tech, a veterinary assistant, a dentist receptionist. He hunted people he thought could supply him, and when they couldn't, or when he got what he needed, he hunted them for different reasons. One Thursday evening, 6:55 p.m., I was running late. New manager, mandatory overtime. I entered the lobby, mailboxes to my left. Elevator straight ahead, door open, light flickering. Stairs to the right. I chose the elevator. 4th floor, doors opened. The hallway light was out. I stepped out. He was standing outside my apartment door. Not hiding, just standing there, waiting. "You're late today," he said. I tried to smile, kept walking toward my door. Keys in hand, I'd learned that trick from a self-defense video I watched but never thought I'd use. "I wanted to ask you something," he said. I stopped. We were 3 feet apart. His hands were in his jacket pockets. "What? Do you live alone?" The same question Karen said.
He'd asked her. I lied. "No, my boyfriend's inside." "No, he's not." That's when I knew.
I ran. Not to my apartment, toward the stairs, but he was faster. He grabbed my jacket, yanked me backward. I fell. My head hit the tile floor, cold and hard. He dragged me, not toward my apartment, toward his. I remember the smell of his doorway, mildew and something chemical, sweet. I remember his bathroom door was open and there were locks on the outside of it. I saw the plastic sheeting. This wasn't improvised. He'd been preparing. I kicked. My heel connected with his knee. Wrong angle. Didn't stop him, but he stumbled. That's when I did something I still don't understand. I bit his wrist hard through his jacket. I felt fabric tear, then skin. He screamed, dropped me. I crawled. My vision was doubled. Concussion, I found out later. The hallway stretched forever. I crawled to the stairwell, down one flight of stairs, my hands slipping on the concrete steps, and then I stopped. I don't know why. Trauma does strange things. I thought, if I run, he'll know I'm afraid. Oh,
He'll chase me. He's faster. So I stood up, steadied myself on the railing, wiped the blood from my mouth, and I walked back upstairs. I knocked on his door.
He opened it. His wrist was bleeding through a towel. His face was pale, confused. I said, "I'm sorry I hurt you." I panicked. "Are you okay?" I played the role he wanted. Confused, apologetic woman, harmless. He stared at me. I watched him decide. I saw the calculation in his eyes. Was I too much trouble now? Would I report him? Or was I broken enough to stay quiet? Then he said, "You should go." I went to my apartment, locked the door, called the police. They didn't come until the next morning, 9 a.m. I was still holding a kitchen knife, hadn't slept. They took a statement, told me it sounded like a misunderstanding. Maybe he was intoxicated. I showed them the bruises forming on my back, the cut on my scalp. They said they'd look into it. They didn't. Weeks later, another woman, Julia, 24, went missing from the building next door. Her mother filed a report, kept calling. Finally, a different detective listened. They got a warrant for his apartment. They
found Julia in his bathroom, unconscious, dehydrated. She'd been there days. They found restraints, soundproofing, industrial cleaning supplies. They found the notebook with our names.
He'd been arrested twice before in other cities. Assault, stalking. Charges dropped both times due to insufficient evidence and victim credibility issues. Julia survived. 2 other women he'd held in prior years didn't. The detective who dismissed Karen's report, he retired early. No investigation into his conduct. Sometimes I still take the stairs. I don't know why. The elevator works fine now, but every time I walk past the 4th floor landing, I stop for a second. I think about the version of me that crawled down these stairs, bleeding and terrified. And I think about the version that walked back up and knocked on his door. I don't know which one scares me more, but I know this. The most dangerous thing he ever did wasn't attacking me. It was convincing everyone, including me for a while, that he was normal. Monsters don't look like monsters. They look like neighbors.